My name is Carlo. Uh, we're here in this beautiful place called Salento, and I come across to yoga actually in a very young age when I had 18, because I had, from a postural perspective, because I had scoliosis since I was 14, 15, and in Italy wasn't well known yoga. So I started with some postural gymnastic. When I had 18, I had the fortune to move to Rome and discover yoga. And I remember since the first lesson, that's actually changed my life, because I understand then I can have really an improvement, not only on a physical level, but later understand the whole perspective, which was the difference between doing gymnastic and what yoga is. So this takes me on a journey now after maybe 20 years, which actually really happy. My condition is moved to a mild scoliosis from a severe scoliosis, and it takes me into a place where I kind of needed to do it, and this helped me not only in the physical level, but it helped me to discover and go deeper in the layer of a spiritual practice, which become and which you will feel, which become really important in my life, and how you will feel constantly to dig and discover another layer of yourself, to elevate yourself.
Can you expand a little bit on your teaching experience and the effects yoga has had on your students?
Yeah, after all this journey from few years now, I teach, and I met few masters here in India, and I'm lucky to find a guy called Yogi Shogananda, which is now my master, a guy I'm following, and my experience is mostly with beginner, and I should say quite happily that we live in an era when yoga became kind of fashionable. So this bring a lot of beginners, so people that will never have a things to do such a discipline into that. And even what is my greatest satisfaction is people that come just as I was for the gymnastic. The things that they get the most satisfaction is to understand and go deeper and discover themselves. So they come to do some gymnastic, and then they start to doing yoga continuously, and they understand that the spiritual purposes is much more important.
What styles of yoga are you practicing and teaching?
Practice Hatha Yoga, I practice Prana Kriya Yoga, and practice meditation, including ATMA, mindfulness meditation. Normally my class can include Hatha Yoga mostly, but can include the different style and pranayama, breathing techniques, which I had the pleasure to see a lot of improvement in people with difficulties in reprogram actually their nervous system and slow it down and help them through difficult phases in life. Yeah, more or less, as I said, a beginner. So that was the key, to see them progress through the year, and as I said, not only to coming back, but to be happy to be there and to be present in the moment. So what I enjoy the most is to see people aware of what they're doing and not distract and not.
Do you have any favorite kriyas or asanas you want to share?
Yeah, all the twists are my favorite asana. All the twist universal, because obviously twist and back bend is part of my foundation practice. So from cobra posture, kutandana, or any back bend or twist, up to halasana, which was one of the first practice. Which, funny enough, if you have scoliosis, you shouldn't do that. But if you then practice B, it became really relief for the lower back. In Kriya, where Kriya is such a powerful experience, which somebody should really go for it for an entire lesson, even if sometimes people like to have few Kriya integrated into the lesson. A lotus Kriya, what we call the wood chopper, Anahata Kriya, and many of them are really an experience, and the way then they make you work with the subtle energy in the body is kind of unique in Prana Kriya.
Who do you think this type of yoga is good for?
This type of yoga is good for everybody that wants you to do it. It doesn't matter who you are, which phase are in your life, or how is your body shape. Is if you wanted to do it. If your mind is there, and you came because say, okay, let's try it because I want to have a benefit for myself. I want to take this time to understand who am I. I want to take this time to explore my body. I want to take this time to see what I really can achieve in connected with myself. Anybody then come with this goal or have this intention, yoga is the way forward.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you for your commitment to the Gurkul and also to the people here in Italy and in London, and what you're bringing to them through all the forms of practice: pranayama, Himalayan Hatha Yoga, Prana Kriya Yoga, and meditation. It's beautiful.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.